everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Star Trek still has a menagerie problem 150 years after Pike in TOS. Star Trek Lower Decks visits a menagerie that stores all manner of aliens and humans, a problem that has persisted since Star Trek. TOS is the cage. Menageries have been an issue in Star Trek since its very beginning, and Star Trek Lower Decks shows there's still a problem in the 24th century. Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4 is a big step up for Ensigns Beckett Mariner, Tawny Newsome, Brad Boimler, Jack Quaid, Dee Van Attendee, Noel Wells, Sam Rutherford, Eugene Cordero, and Tilane Gabrielle Ruiz. All 5 of them receive promotions to lieutenant, junior grades, although this still means they are lower deckers on a low rung of the Starfleet totem pole. The Menagerie was the first 2-part episode ever in Star Trek, the original series, and it set the stage for menageries to become a recurring problem, or occasionally a benefit, over the next 57 years of the franchise. Star Trek is about exploring the galaxy and boldly going where no one has gone before. But sometimes Starfleet's finest find themselves literally locked in cages. Space is incredibly dangerous, and Star Trek is filled with enemy aliens who oppose the United Federation of Planets. There are also alien beings who collect other species and literally put them in cages for profit or other nefarious reasons, which means Starfleet officers have to step in to free the prisoners, including themselves. Lower Decks brings back Star Trek's dangerous menagerie. Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4, Episode 2, I Have No Bones Yet I Must Flee, brings the crew of the USS Cerritos to Narja's miraculous menagerarium, recently voted one of the top 1,000 menageries in the quadrant. Commander Jack Ransom, Jerry O'Connell, Lieutenant Mariner, and Ensign Gary enter Narja's menagerie to free 2 humans who were captured and put on display. But Narja's boast, if true, means that there are 1,000 menageries in the Alpha Quadrant, resulting in potentially tens of thousands of alien species caged all over the galaxy. The most dangerous creature in Narja's miraculous menagerarium turns out to be Moopsie. The adorable little creature reveals itself as a predatory terror because it drinks the bones of other species. But it turns out the real plague in Narja's menagerarium is the humans who freed Moopsie. Their plan was for Moopsie to kill Narj, which it did, so that they could take over the menagerarium and profit from it. Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4 shows humans can still be among the worst species in the 24th century, and their plan to kill in order to take over the menagerie shows not every human being is as enlightened as the best Starfleet officers. Star Trek began with a menagerie. Star Trek literally begins with a menagerie. In the original pilot for Star Trek, The Cage, which was repurposed into the Star Trek, the original series episodes, The Menagerie, Parts 1 and 2, Captain Christopher Pike, Jeffrey Hunter, and the U.S. Enterprise are ruled to Talos IV. But it was a trap laid by the Talosians, telepathic beings who intended for Pike to mate with Vina, Susan Oliver, a human woman marooned on Talos IV. Pike fought back against his imprisonment as the Talosians tempted him with various fantasies to make him concede to become Vina's mate. When Pike resisted the Talosians' efforts, the aliens captured female members of the Enterprise's crew, Number 1, Majel Barrett, and Ensign Colt, Laurel Goodwin, to see if Pike wanted to mate with them. Captain Pike and his crewmates eventually freed themselves and fled, leaving Vina behind on Talos IV. Starfleet decided Talos IV and its menagerie were so dangerous that it enacted General Order 7, a ban on all Starfleet officers from visiting Talos IV under penalty of death. In Star Trek, the original series, Spock, Leonard Nimoy, decided to risk court-martial in order to bring the critically wounded fleet captain Pike, Sean Kenny, back to Tala's IV so that he could live out his life with Vina in a virtual fantasy. Thanks for watching.